discrimination and disparity in the way you treat the states cannot, under any circumstances, ensure the growth of India as a nation. That the first time in this nation, a finance minister has given us 6 budgets without a census. Huge loopholes when it comes to the data that the Honorable Finance Minister is depending on to tell us about growth, poverty elevation, etc. 5 trillion economy was supposed to happen till 25, but a research report of the SBI says it's a distant dream till 28.
Shri Sushmita Devji.
Thank you, sir. As I stand to speak on the union budget of 2026-2027, I would like to thank my party, and I have been listening to Honorable Member of Parliament from the BJP who just spoke. But what is important about this budget, sir, is not what this budget is actually addressing. What is jarring to my ears and to the common man of this country are the issues on which this budget is silent. The second thing, which is glaring to my eyes, is huge loopholes when it comes to the data that the Honorable Finance Minister is depending on to tell us about growth, poverty elevation, etc. Last but not the least, sir, which we have been saying for the last 4 or 5 years, that discrimination and disparity in the way you treat the states cannot, under any circumstances, ensure the growth of India as a nation. So, some examples of manipulation of data. 9 consecutive budgets Honorable Finance Minister has presented, matching the number of budgets that Honorable Member, former Finance Minister, Mr. Chidambaram has presented. It is history, no doubt, but it is also history that the first time in this nation, a finance minister has given us 6 budgets without a census. So Raja ko pata hi nahi इस देश में प्रजा कितनी है और उस प्रजा की हालत क्या है. The question I ask myself that now that the census data, the census work has started, sir, and they're talking about digitization and self-enumeration, I want to ask the government that if you were planning on self-enumeration, then what is the reason that you did not start the census where people of India could have sat in their homes during the pandemic and given you the data and the census would have started? It is a shame that a Finance Commission of India, which devolves funds to the states on the basis of population, has been working without a census for 6 years. So secondly, we hear about 25 crore people who have been pulled out of the multi-dimensional poverty over a decade. If that is true, I'm very happy, sir. But I would like to ask for a clarification from the Honorable Finance Minister of India that Niti Aayog, the think tank, is it a fact that to declare someone non-poor, one of the indicators that have been included in the index is Jan Dhan account, and 23% of the Jan Dhan accounts are inactive, sir. In the Lok Sabha, they have said 13 crores out of 56 crores accounts are inactive. So why should we believe that 25 crore people have been pulled out of poverty? Sir, GDP, हमको बड़ा गर्व होता है जब वहां से आंकड़े आते हैं 7.4 ये वो. So why is the IMF questioning our base year? We have seen different PIB releases that the Vishwanath Golder committee report is yet to out, where they are recommending 2022 and 23 as the base year. So unless there's a calculation on that basis, why should we believe on the GDP and growth data of the country? We are told we are the 4th largest economy ranking, but at 166 out of 128 in per capita income. 5 trillion economy was supposed to happen till 25, but a research report of the SBI says it's a distant dream till 28. Sir, silence of the finance minister. आप इस बजट को युवा शक्ति की बात करते हैं, आंकड़े दीजिए कि कितनी युवाओं को आपने रोजगार दी जब से मोदी जी की सरकार बनी है। सर, मुझे दुख होता है कहने में that the CMIE data shows a dismal record of employment. The PLFS data shows only 1 in 2 graduates are employable. Sir, Assam government तो ढिंडोरा पीट रही है कि हम 2 लाख 1.5 लाख सरकारी नौकरी दे रहे हैं. Whereas we have seen that boasting of government jobs cannot solve the problem, sir, of unemployment unless there is a growing private sector and huge private investment in any state. I take pride in the fact that in the report card that Honorable Chief Minister of Bengal has given to every household of Bengal says that in her tenure, unemployment in Bengal went down by 40%, sir, 40%. Sir, inequality. This budget speech is silent on inequality, whereas the scathing report of the World Inequality Report 2026 tell us India is one of the highest in the world, and 100-year high means worse than the colonial era. So the rupee is falling. मोदी जी क्या कहते थे मनमोहन सिंह जी को रूपी के बारे में, उसको बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है, जो बार बार पीछे ताकते हैं. सर, हर घर जल. I have a simple question. On 1st February 2024, when an interim budget was announced by Honorable Finance Minister, she allocated 70,000 crores because Prime Minister Modi had said Har Ghar Jal from the Red Fort. It is shocking that soon after the general elections are over in 2014, the central government simply retracts their commitment. After every state sits with the central government and makes an action plan. Top officers of the state and the government of India, this government reneges on its promise. This is nothing short of a financial fraud, sir. Thousands of contractors today are owed money.
ಮತ್ತಷ್ಟು ವಿಶೇಷ ವಿಡಿಯೋಗಳನ್ನು ನೋಡಲು ಮತ್ತು ಹೊಸ ವಿಡಿಯೋಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳಿಯಲು
EDina.com ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಚಾನೆಲ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ
ಮತ್ತು ಬೆಲ್ ಐಕಾನ್ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ.